So, good evening, everyone. This is Marianelle, and I'm going to report about the risk mitigation strategy. By the way, this is just a continuation of the report of the previous reporter. So, we have different risk mitigation strategies, and we had discussed some of it. I'm going to continue those. And okay, just to review what is risk mitigation, so it is defined as taking steps to reduce adverse effects. So, risk mitigation is the process by which an organization introduces specific measures to minimize or eliminate unacceptable risk associated with its operations. So, once the risks have been identified and assessed, the strategies to manage the risk fall into one or more of the following categories. Okay, so I will start with this category, to avoid risk. So in this risk, this method results in complete elimination. So this is the keyword. The complete elimination of exposure to loss due to a specific risk. So it can be established using by avoiding to undertake the risky project. So compared to the reduced risk lately, wherein it's just to obviate the risk to lessen the the risk to an acceptable level. And this mitigation strategy, the risk will totally you know, avoid avoid. Okay, so it is discontinuance of an activity to avoid the risk. So total discontinuance, total avoidance. This is about avoid risk. Okay, so this means that no risky project are undertaken. So, alternatively, a project may be abandoned midway to mitigate the risk while handling a project. So, this is the second point right there, the discontinuance of activity to avoid risk. So, even if the activity already started, if a risk might be detected, it will be discontinued in order to avoid the risk. So, it is not performing an activity which could carry risk. Example would be not buying a property or business in order to take on the liability that comes with it. Another is not flying an airplane in order to take the risk that airplanes were to be hijacked. So it's just like also not riding the car in order to avoid the car accident. So it's a total avoidance of the risk. So important note here is avoidance may seem the answer to all risks, but avoiding risk also means losing out on the potential gain. Accepting the risk may have a so not entering, for example, if this is not entering a business to avoid the risk of so avoid the risk of loss, it is also means that you are avoiding the possibility of earning profits. Okay. So that's all about the avoid risk. So next is the combined risk. Okay. So the combined risk is when the business faces two or three risks, the the overall risk is reduced by combination, such as combining the possible risk and when it happens, the effect or yes, the liability of the risk will be reduced. So this strategy is sustainable in the areas of financial risk. These different financial instruments, say shares and debentures, are taken in a single portfolio to reduce the risk. So this is all about the financial instruments, the shares. It's all about the financial. So these are understood and analyzed by financial pros. That so that's all about the combined risk. And next will be the sharing risk. So perfect example of this is the insurance companies. Okay, so the company is avoiding the risk by sharing the risk by paying insurance premium. Okay, because by paying the insurance premium, the company shares the risk with companies, and the insurance companies themselves share the risk by doing insurance. So for example, a company pays the insurance premium from an insurance company. Okay, with that way, that company is sharing the risk from other companies who are also paying insurance premium from that company. Okay, so when there is a loss, there is a fire, for example, so they will be insured by the insurance company. And also, the insurance company themselves are also paying premiums from other insurance company. That is also to share the risk. Okay, by doing this is what we call the reinsurance. So, what is reinsurance? It is when multiple insurance companies sharing risk by purchasing insurance policies from other insurers to limit their own total loss in case of disaster. So it's not only the ordinary companies are paying insurance premium, even the insurance company themselves. This is to share the risk from other companies so that they can handle the risk when there is a disaster or a large event. Okay? That is all about the sharing risk. And next, the last one is the hedging risk. So it is the exposure of funds and foreign exchange rates, prices, etc. So this is all about financial risk resulting in losses or gain. The downside risk is often here. Okay, this is foreign exchange rates. For example, the Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency. Just that. So we all know that it is fluctuating. It is going up and going down. It might be unpredictable for us, but it is analyzed by some financial pros. And then, yes, that is example of the hedging risk, the fluctuating of the foreign exchange rates. And I think that's all. Okay, thank you so much for listening.